Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Mr. Fix-It channel. I got my through wheel in the shop and I'm going to service the head stem bearings. Stay tuned.
I was sitting out there in the shed one evening, not doing too much of nothing, just kind of staring at the wall.
Okay, what I'm talking about is the bearings in this frame on the triple tree, right in here. See if I can demonstrate. Okay, this shouldn't be very hard. I got to take this dash panel off. Might unbolt the handlebars. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to unbolt the handlebars to get this nut loose. There is like a block washer type of bend that tab over type of deal there. I can take this nut off. I might go ahead and pull the front end, or at least have a look. Probably needs grease in there. So let's start taking this apart, see what all we got to do, see what we got to disconnect. Okay, in order to get this part off, there's a couple screws that hold it underneath this Honda panel here. So we're going to pry this guy out. Should be 2 screws in here. Looks like mine's missing one. It is a Phillips, but it is stripped out. I'd say somebody attempted to open this up at some point, couldn't get that screw out. Let me go get my magic tool. Okay, let's see if the impact driver will get this screw out. I don't know. It's pretty far gone. Yeah, maybe drilling that out. I'm going to try a bigger bit, see if that don't work. I think I can get up underneath there and spray some lube on the threads. Let me do that. Problem is I can't see down in there. Shine some light on that in there for me. It's shredding it to pieces though. This is gonna make life fun, isn't it? Alright, I'm not asking anymore. The screw's also bent, by the way. I have to go slow so I don't get the screw too hot that I melt the plastic. Yeah, that's hot. Now I should be able to grab onto that with a pair of vice grips and screw it out of there. See how bent it is? It looks like if I take these 2 bolts out and 2 more on the other side to loosen this rack and headlight assembly, I should be able to pull the whole front end off and not have to disconnect any wiring. So I'm going to try that. Okay, so now I need to take the handlebar clamps off, and this bolt here and this bolt over here. These are actually marked right and left. Okay, now I need to bend those tabs. I think it's just one, just that one tab there. I gotta bend it over. I'm gonna wedge my screwdriver in here. I don't have a metric socket this size, so I'm using 1 1/4 inches. Alright, these two are 17 millimeter. heck. Give this nut a little scrub, get some of the dirt out of it. Alright, now these ball bearings are loose in here. And as I'm loosening this, and wiggling this around, I got my magnetic tray down there collecting these ball bearings. There's the nut, and then there's a ball race. A lot like a bicycle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 18 of these balls. Alright, I'm just going to jack it up here and pull that front end out from under there. I can't forget to disconnect that front brake. A couple 10mm bolts holding this cable on the fork. Just going to put those right back so I don't misplace them. Just going to go in here with my rag and I'm going to wipe out any old grease or debris that's in these bearing races so we can put some new grease in there. Go ahead and wipe this down while I'm here. You just have to give me a minute while I scrub my balls. Okay, I'm just going to position it like this. I'm going to take some grease, put it right around this bearing race. Now I'm going to very carefully take my bearing balls and stick them in that grease. Making sure I stick them right in the bearing race. Checking to make sure they're all in the race. Okay, now I'm going to gently lower the jack and guide that up in the hole. Okay, got that seated. Wipe this out again because there's a little bit of debris in there. Now I can pack this full of grease. And start laying these balls in here. Now I'm going to take the bearing race and I'm going to slide it down here and try to get these balls in position. Let's jack it up enough to take some pressure off of it. Now I don't have the special tool for this, but what I do have is a brass punch and a hammer. And now I can put the top triple tree on, these two bolts back in. I'll torque those down a little tighter once I get everything back together. Alright, let's get this locking washer. So there's a little slot right there, and there's a bent down tab, so you want to stick that in there. If you bent this tab all the way flat, it's going to be almost impossible to get it bent back up. So I'm just going to take a pair of pliers, I'm just going to put a little kink in it. Okay, now the other tab's going to line up because I did tighten that nut on top. I'm just going to take my flat screwdriver and my hammer and I'm going to bend this tab up. See, this guy's got to go. Let's get the bars up on here. It's got to go under the bars. These are marked left and right. Alright, I found a couple of hex head. These are 8mm to hold the dash panel back on. Put the little Honda badge back on there. Well, that's all there is to it. Not a bad job at all, didn't take long. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.